Barak Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai, Barak Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai, salvation to the elect, to the chosen ones of Israel, and all praise, all glory go to the Most High and the elders and the righteous that continue to do this work. So this is just a quick video. It's been a while for me, but this is just a quick video on the mark of the beast. I just came across a little video the other day on World Star Hip Hop, looked it up on YouTube about the mark of the beast and the chip that's spreading around right now. It's not too off from it being implemented worldwide, mandatory. Because when it hits, it's going to hit fast and it's going to spread fast. It's going to spread like a wildfire. Within the next year, you're going to see that most of the people, millions of people, is going to have this chip. It's going to be beneficial to have the chip. So we're going to go through this little video, and then I'm going to bring out some scriptures to back that up. Bear with me.
Elias Boatberger goes to work. He doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
Like touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip and it will log me in.
I've seen these personally myself.
Popular
Here in
TV shows
America.
like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install in-grain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards,
which have made
Been
cash
telling y'all this
pretty much
forever.
obsolete in Sweden.
no cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transfer.
Okay, yeah. With that being said, it's like they said in Sweden, the chip is already here, and that's in Sweden. It's gonna come to the Americas next. And like I said, I seen these, like the little door that they was opening and they was using. You scan your thing. Now I never seen anybody use their hand to open it. But I seen people use their card, which also has the R.F.I.D chip in your card, to go in there, and then you could have access to what you want. And you just paying cardless. I mean, you just paying cashless. That's what they're going to, a cashless society. One major event happens, or break off war event, a major attack, anything to the global economy goes off, and this thing is going to be implemented like wildfire, instantly in place, because that's going to be their solution. That's going to be, okay, what can we do? Oh, let's do this chip. And then that's going to give people a fresh start. They're going to have all type of benefits. You get an extra $500 if you switch to the chip, or you get a discount. You get 50% off this, 50% off that. The food, the farmers are having a bad time this year. They've been having a bad time for all years because of the flooding. So they haven't been producing that many crops, and because of the trade wars. So if anything goes on with the food and there's a famine, then they're going to say, okay, you're going to have the grocery stores, they're going to be open, but it's going to be chip only. You only could buy here if you have a chip and you have it implanted in you, because then they're going to, you know, come out with something against the card and say that the card is not safe anymore. So you need to have the implant in your hand. So the chip is coming. This is the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is a chip. So we're going to go through a couple of scriptures and bring out a couple things. So let's jump to the first one, obviously talking about, you know, the mark of the beast. Revelations chapter 13. Let's start from verse 16 and then just do the 17. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, so you see they had the chip in their right hand, and then you know Elon Musk got the narrow link thing, which is the chip in your forehead, which is basically like giving you Google in your head. All you got to do is just think about it with your thoughts, and then pretty much it's making you superhuman, because you have the whole web, the whole World Wide Web in your head, so you can think of anything and learn anything just like that. Ain't no need to go to school no more. All you got to do is learn how to search things. But let's keep going. And that no man may buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So a lot of people be saying this is the philosophy of the nations. That's what the mark of the beast mean. But it can't mean that, because it says no man be able to buy, sell, or trade. You could follow whatever philosophy you want. You could follow Buddha. You could follow Egyptian philosophy. You still could buy, sell, and trade. So this is talking about something physical. You know, something physical. This is talking about buy, sell, or trade. You have to have money to do those things. So this is talking about something that's going to go on with the money, right? And you can't just say it's philosophy, because then what is the chip, the R.F.I.D chip? You think something that big, something that huge that millions of people are going to take is not in the Bible somewhere? So where do we find the actual R.F.I.D chip in the Bible? Because I'm sure that it would be in the Bible somewhere. Well, we find it right here. Something that big, something that impactful, something that could change so much about society is not in the Bible. Come on, man, you got to be bugged out if you think it's not. It's right here. It's telling you can't buy, sell, or trade without the mark of the beast in your right hand or in your forehead. It's right here in the Bible. That's the mark of the beast. So let's jump to here. I'm holding this thing with one hand, so bear with me on my phone. We're gonna jump to James. We're going to get James, here, bear with me. Right, so, all right, back with it. So we're going to jump to James 1:13. And it says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth any man. So, right, so when you get tempted to take this R.F.I.D chip, the F.R.I.D chip, sorry about that, but when you get tempted to take the mark of the beast, you can't say that this is the Lord that's tempting you. You can't say this is because the Lord or the Lord put you in a position. The reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people will say, okay, man, I gotta pay my bills, so they saying they only take chip payment, right? So I gotta take this chip in order to pay my bills. I ain't gonna have nowhere. You can't say that that's coming from the Lord, that the Lord put you in that position, or they offering you a whole bunch of money, or they offering you a mortgage loan, but you could get this mortgage loan, but you got bad credit, but they're gonna wipe your whole credit out. You could get this mortgage loan if you take the chip. You can't say, well, this got to be a sign from God, because, you know, I always wanted a mortgage and this God blessing me, so let me go take this chip. You can't say that's a sign from God. You can't say, oh, well, my family got to eat, and I only could buy from this grocery store if I got the chip. And you can't blame that on God and be like, I got to take this chip then because I got to feed my family. You know, this is a sign from the Lord telling me this is the right thing to do because I feel in my heart. You can't blame that on the Lord. And that's James 1:13 telling you, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. So when you get tempted to take that chip, you can't say that you were tempted of Yahweh. You can't say that was the Lord. That's you tempted of evil, because it goes on to say, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. He don't tempt you with evil. So if he told you not to take the chip and you take it and you try to blame it on the Lord, say the Lord put you in a position to take it, that's evil. That's why that verse is in there. You can't say that. So let's move on to another verse. Going on to First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covered after, they have erred from faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right? You're going to literally pierce yourself with the mark of the beast, and that's going to bring on sorrows. So that's a literal, and it's the love of money. So if I keep pausing this, that's because I'm holding the phone with one hand and I'm jumping through scriptures with one hand too. So that's why I keep pausing it, so the video ain't super long. But the thing is, back to is, so you can't say it's for the love of the money. Oh, I'm finna get a whole bunch of money, that's why I'm finna make it. You can't say. So you can't make an excuse and be like, oh, it's because the money, or Esau's tempting me with 100,000, 200, 300,000 if I take this chip. You can't put that on the Lord. So let's move past that and let's jump to Proverbs 14 and 12. So there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So you might say, oh, let me take this money from Esau because he tempted me with it. Or like I said, Esau might not offer you a couple $100,000 just to take the chip, but they might do it in other ways. They might say, I give you $200,000 in a house loan so you can get that house you always wanted, but you got to take the chip. This only take chip payment. So because of that, you can't say there, like the scriptures say, Proverbs 14:12, there is a way which seemeth right unto man. So that might seem right to you, or say, I gotta feed my family. The Lord will want me to feed my family. He will want me to take the chip so I can feed my family. He will want me to do that because I gotta be a man to my family. So you might say there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. But it might seem right to you at the time, but at the end of the day, the Lord said, do not take the mark of the beast. You know what I mean? So if you take the mark of the beast, that's the ways of death. Even though it seemed like the right thing to do. It seemed like the right thing to sell out an Israelite or tell on us or not join us and want to follow Esau and take their chip and be a part of their society. It seemed like the right thing to do. But at the end, there was the ways of death. And that's right in the scripture. So that's why it's so important to study and read this Bible and learn about this Bible, so you can know when all this happens and all hell break loose, and what they say, they call it shit hits the fan. When shit hits the fan, the only knowledge that you're going to have to survive, to know what to do and when and who to mess with. Don't go over here and go to this shelter with these people, run away from those people, who to go with, how to identify another Israelite brother as in the truth, just a whole bunch of different things, what not to eat if you get stuck in the wilderness or a forest or somewhere and you out there battling for your life, what not to eat from the sea if you got to go fishing to eat, what not to eat, you know, from all the animals, so you won't get sick. The only way you gonna have that knowledge is if you've been studying this Bible and learning, and ultimately if you got faith in the Lord and the Lord wants to save you or give you the knowledge to be saved. But a lot of this knowledge in the Bible is going to be a big part into helping you survive, because you have to survive to the end in order to be saved, you know. So let's jump in, let's go to one more. Actually, yep, let's jump to Proverbs chapter 6. Let's start at verse 12. In a naughty person, a wicked man walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, and he teacheth with his fingers. Forwardness is in his heart, and he devised mischief continually, and he soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Right. So, and this is talking about these Edomites. They're wicked. So they gonna, like it says right here, they're gonna continue to devise mischiefs and continually. So that's what they're going to do with this chip. You know, the rich, the wealthy going to get it first. There's going to be class with the chip. You know, the poor are going to have a hard time getting it. If you don't get it, you ain't going to be able to eat. You ain't going to be able to buy, sell, or trade. You're going to die out. And this is what the wicked do. But we got faith and we got something to look forward to, because therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken. The reason why I'm bringing this out is because when that chip is intimate, we know it's the end. The end is right there. Because if the end don't come, we ain't gonna survive. The days should be shortened for the elect to survive. Ain't nobody gonna be able to survive if you can't eat, buy, sell, or trade. So we know that when that chip is intimate and mandatory and you have to get that to buy or sell or trade, the end is right around the corner. And because therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. And that's what's going to happen to them when they do it. They're going to be broken. They're going to think they got a system that's working. They're going to think they got it all planned out and everything's good. Everybody getting chipped. They can control people now because you got to have the chip to buy, sell, or trade. And then they're going to be broken in an instant like that for us to be able to survive. I'm going to get one more script. Let me get one more script. This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 2, we're just going to do verse 1 through 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And kings of the earth set themselves, and their rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, right, and his anointed is these Israelite brothers that's in the truth, the elect. You know, the 144,000 elect and the 1/3 of Israel, the elders, the apostles, you know, and the kings that are going to come back. That's his anointed, you know, the saints. And they set themselves and they counsel and they set themselves against us. And they take counsel up against us. And the heathen and the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. They hate us, but in reality, they real beef is with the Lord. They hate the Lord. They hate righteousness. They hate being told what to do. They want to do whatever they want to do and be their wicked self. But because of that, they're going to be destroyed. And that's where the patience and the faith of the saints lies. So do not take that chip. The chip is the mark of the beast in the Bible. Do not take it. Do not make excuses to take it. If you gotta die for the Lord, die for the Lord and be a murderer and be a murderer. And you know, then you will have everlasting life. And the kingdom is a way bigger prize than anything that Esau could give you on this side. So with that, Barak Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai, Barak Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai, salvation to the elect. Continue spreading this word and this righteousness, and continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, most importantly.